I have had almost 2 months to play around with the JBL Tour Pro 2, and here are my top 3 reasons to buy them and also top 3 reasons why you should not buy them. But let's first start with the things to like. Number 1, it has to be the case. The screen on top of the JBL Tour Pro 2 is undeniably its most unique feature and its number 1 selling point. First of all, it's not just a gimmick. The amount of customization that you have access to on this 1.45-inch LCD display is nothing short of what you will get on a full-blown native app on your mobile device. But even better is that all these features are still available even if you use them on a non-smartphone device such as a laptop or even your TV. The only time you would need to get your phone out is when you want to do a firmware upgrade. Other than that, the case can control every feature of the JBL Tour Pro 2. For me, this is such a game changer because all the other headphones will switch to their default settings as soon as you hook them up with a non-smartphone device. But with the JBL Tour Pro 2's case, you can toggle between ANC mode or turn on spatial audio feature that gives a cinematic audio experience on any device, which is unthinkable on other headphones of this class. So I think for this feature alone, it makes them a worthwhile buy. Reason number 2 is its features. There is a lot of technical details to like about the JBL Tour Pro 2. Like their IPX5 waterproof rating on the earbuds. And when you couple that with a very secure and tight fit on the ears, the Tour Pro 2 becomes a beast for outdoor activities. Then you also get multi-point connectivity between two devices and a super stable connection over Bluetooth as it uses the latest Bluetooth 5.3 technology. Other than that, you get wireless charging, 8 hours of charge on the earbuds, and 32 hours total with the case. Plus, you can do things like change the wallpaper for vibes and use the case to locate the earbuds if they are ever lost, which is super useful. And finally, the reason number 3 why you will love the JBL Tour Pro 2 is its call quality. So I took these guys out to test the mic reception in the busiest street that is close to me, and the way these guys were able to pick up my voice and cut back on the background noise is just simply amazing. The voice does come off a bit mechanical, but if you're someone who's always on the move and need to take some office calls or have a home office in the busiest part of your house, then you might want to check out the JBL Tour Pro 2. Just take a listen to the mic sample I took earlier.
Testing the microphone of the JBL Tour Pro 2. Mic check, 1 2 3 1 2 3. Mic check, 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3.
Okay, now let's move on to the things that are not so great. Well, I guess number 1 is the sound quality. Basically, they follow the much admired Harman response curve, but they have added some extra bass to it. This means that you will not get a flat profile for analytical listening, but for most consumers, this sound profile is great as it lets them enjoy most genres of music, and in particular modern music where there is a lot of emphasis on the lower end. But if you listen to classical or a bit of jazz, then you will be left wanting for more. I listened to some alternative and rock on this, and what I found was that the treble was a bit less and the lower frequencies were not that tight. The mids were good as it did not get drowned out by bass, but it just lacks a little bit of edge. If you compare them to the likes of AirPods Pro, then you will notice the lack in fidelity, depth, and dynamic range. But one thing I liked was the inclusion of spatial audio because it does make a difference while watching movies. You will get a bit of that theater-like experience out of their 10mm drivers as it will follow your head's movement and alter your sound accordingly, which I quite enjoyed. Now, reason number 2 why you should not buy them is the noise cancellation. The JBL Tour Pro 2 have adaptive noise cancellation, which is supposed to understand your movement and dynamically change the ANC to suit the environment. But it kind of feels like either the algorithm is too slow or it just does not realize the change in environment when I'm walking outdoors from indoors or vice versa. As it takes a while to change gear and sometimes it just misses it entirely. Also at full force, it can feel a little bit stuffy. So I could not keep wearing the earbuds for more than a couple of hours with ANC on. Also, the talk-through mode is nothing to write home about. They are not as good as the AirPods Pro, but then again, no one is. Apple has the best transparent mode in the market right now. But if you're spending this much cash and you need top of the line ANC, then I would recommend that you look at something else, like probably the Sony XM4 or the Bose QC2. And finally, the reason number 3 to not buy the JBL Tour Pro 2 is for the codecs that they support. For now, they only have support for AAC and SBC and not for LDAC or aptX. This means you will not be able to pump in any high fidelity audio even if you had subscriptions to something like Tidal. So overall, I think the $250 for the JBL Tour Pro 2 is worth it only if you buy into the whole use case of having the screen to control the headphones with any device, which honestly in my opinion I think is very useful, and I have not seen this feature in any other headphones before. But other than that, there are not many standout features to like. For the same amount of money, there are other brands that provides much better ANC, much better sound quality, and even better connectivity options. Plus, another thing to note, which may or may not be a deal breaker to some, is that the size of the case is a bit too big. It will put a bulge in any pocket, and the design kind of reminds me of Modoc for some reason. If you have seen the leaks of what the next generation AirPods case might look like, you can pretty much get an idea that there are plenty of rooms for refinement on the JBL Tour Pro 2. But that's all from me today, folks. Please share your thoughts on the comment section down below, and if you enjoyed watching this video, then please like, share and subscribe. This is Nafis signing off till next week. Peace.